listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the LOZ Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ken Lawler, and the developer of the LOZ app. And we are doing something kind of fun now. We are doing a simulcast, both on the LOZ Podcast Network and on KRMS Radio at the lake. And so if you're hearing this on KRMS Radio, that's why. And if you want to view any of these episodes, you can go right into the LOZ app and view those right in the app itself. Today, one of our first guests we had on for the show is Pamela Quinn with Lake Days Rentals. Pam, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, Ken?
You know, I had to have you on as one of the first guests because you've been with us from the very beginning. So, you know, anytime we do a new iteration and we kind of expand what we're doing, I always like to have you on because I feel like you're one of the first people that got behind us here at the app. When we were just a couple thousand users and now we're close to 40,000 users. And so it's kind of fun to see the progression. And then when we first started with you, you had about, I don't know, at that time, I think you had 40 or 50 clients. And now you have what?
I believe we have 187 listed right now. So
187. That's amazing. So guys, if you're looking for a place to go at any time of the year, and we're going to talk a little bit about, what's going on for Christmas, but any time of the year, whether it's the spring season, the summer season, there is no season anymore, right? I mean, it's year round.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And it's gorgeous outside today. I mean, you walk out there and you can just bask in the sun and the colors are vibrant. The trees are incredible. So yeah, any season works for sure.
And there is no longer a shoulder season. I mean, it's literally, it used to be, okay, Labor Day's done. We might have a few things, bike week or a few things, and then we shut it down. There's no more shutdown, is there?
No, there really isn't. And, we even have one of our properties with a private pool. The pool is open and heated until Thanksgiving. I mean, so there's an awareness, not just of the lake and the lake community, but of the homeowners and the people that are serving the travelers, that they need to be attentive to the fact that people want to travel and they are going to get in the water. Like we used to pull our paddle boards and our kayaks and pull everything off the dock late October. And I know I had people in kayaks last weekend because they called and wanted to confirm which life jackets they were supposed to use. So I know they're out there and the water and the weather, it's chilly for us. But if we have people traveling from Wisconsin, Minnesota, this is great for them. So it just depends on the perspective.
And if you're in Wisconsin this week, you might be dealing with about 12 inches of snow. So you're probably better off if you get to the lake. Tell me a little bit about look, you don't just work here, you live here. What are you guys looking forward to doing for the Christmas season that's coming up just around the corner?
That's a great question. We travel out of state for Christmas season. And we also then have Christmas here. So we will have kind of 3 Christmases this year. We'll have one with my family in Nebraska. We will have one with all of our kiddos coming to Nebraska. And then we will have one here at the lake. So we have multiple Christmases. The one at my parents' is going to be at my brother's house. But the one that we have in Lincoln, Nebraska, with my kiddos, that's actually at a vacation rental. And we ask them ahead of time if they'll put up a tree, and they will. And last year we did the same thing, and the kids have a great time, and we have a great time, and it works well. Ironically, when we have our Christmas here, we will do the same thing. We actually will rent one of our vacation rentals because we decorate for Christmas, and we will rent one that fits for our family because our house can get a little crowded, and it's fun and it's nice and stress less for me to go to a home that's been cleaned. I know that all of the cupboards are stocked and ready for everything that I need. It's all organized. And I'd love to tell you that my house is clean, organized, and ready for Christmas, but it's not. So it's wonderful to be able to use these vacation rentals and rent a home for myself too, even though we live here.
It's amazing. And the thought of that is, the stress of cleaning and getting everything ready for the family is so great that I think a lot of times people, once the party's there, you're so worn out from just preparing for it. You can't enjoy it. What a great idea to actually go in and rent a place that is clean, it's ready to go. You bring your stuff in, you have a good party, and then you're going to have a cleaning service come in afterwards. So while you have to clean up a few, you don't have to go back and re-clean the whole house, which is a great idea.
Exactly. And for me, it's really wonderful because I used to think that the traditions that we did as a family had to happen in my home. And as my kids got older and we started landing in Nebraska for some of our Christmases, that was hard for me to decide, okay, but we're going to miss out on, all these things. But the truth is, so many of the things that we do are mobile. We make Santa pancakes every year. We make Santa pancakes. Super fun thing, great pictures, have years of pictures of the kids in Santa pancakes and all the things. But that can happen anywhere. And that was a big reality for us of what is possible as far as keeping our traditions, but making it less stressful for me and having a comfortable environment for everybody. So,
Well, and then let's talk about some of the things that are coming up at the lake that people might want to come in for. So you've got Thanksgiving. Obviously, it's a big thing. You got the parade going on the strip. I know that there's a lot of I think the boats down on the dam are doing like light tours and stuff like that. I
yes,
know a Santa Monkey is going on. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening at the lake. And then obviously the shopping, right? I mean, I think when the mall went away, he said there's no more shopping, but there's so many boutiques and so many
yes.
cool places.
There is. And like Evergreen is amazing. If you walk in there and you see and they're not the only place, but that's just an example of one place that you can go into and it is like Christmas exploded. And there's so many shops like that and the boutiques too. They really know that the holidays are coming, not just, for your personal enjoyment, but for gift shopping and that type of thing too. There's so many great options. Even down on the strip, there's some great custom stores that are great to visit. And while the outlet mall is transitioning, and I know there's some new developments happening there, there's still good stores there. We have people that come every year and still want to make sure that they are staying at a property that's close to the outlet malls because that is their intention when they're coming, is to go shop at the outlet malls. They hit the Bath and Body Works, I think is what it's called, the candle store with the soaps and everything that's super popular. And then they want to make sure they're close to dining. And so they're hitting all of the dining options too. So there is a ton. And even Thanksgiving weekend, there's the lighted Christmas parade, which is in Lori. And that is on the Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend. So you have that option as well. So there's always great things that are happening and available to you.
And the nice thing too is like a lot of the restaurants are open still. They're staying open throughout the season. You can go get a great breakfast still. You can, there's so many things. I remember the lake 20 years ago when you couldn't even find bread and milk at this time of year. And now you've got all the big box stores that are open. You've got all the main places you can go. And one of the cool places, I don't know if you've checked it out, is the Landings, if you've been over there, but there's a lot of cool little boutiques over at that area as well. That are going to be open throughout the holidays. Talk a little bit with us about, how did the year go for you guys at Lake Days Rental? I mean, you guys, every time I talked to you, you were busy. So I know it went well, but give us a little, review of how the year went so far.
Absolutely. So it was a different year. I'd start that way. It was a different year. People were traveling more spontaneously this year. And that was really validated when we went to our conferences in the fall. And they said, the fastest growing booking window, meaning time frame people were booking in, is the 14 and under booking window, meaning 14 days or less. I'm planning a trip and I'm leaving for that trip within 14 days. And that's the fastest growing booking window nationally.
Lucky you.
Yes. So it creates a lot of chaos in our space. But at the same time, we were able to really hone in on that for our owners and for our guests too, because by creating an opportunity to have a last minute stay, we could accommodate people that want to go to a drive-to destination. They're not planning months and months in advance to go to somewhere where they have to fly, where they, have a greater distance of travel. You have, one day on the front end and one day on the back end that are completely lost to travel. They're literally leaving work. I had this happen on Friday. He booked a really awesome condo at 10 a.m. in the morning, and his message was, "Hey, we want a fall retreat. Our family needs a break." Wonderful. Happy to host him. Got another message about 4 o'clock. "Hey, by the way, I got called into work. Is it okay if we arrive about 11 p.m.? Absolutely. Not a problem. And so we were able to work with that guest and his family. And then when they left on Sunday, he's like, I had an amazing time. And some people might think, oh my gosh, he got in at 11 o'clock on Friday night and they had to leave in the morning on Sunday. How is that possible? But the mindset of the traveler is a lot different now when they have less time, busier schedules with kids, and they find value in just a couple of nights of a getaway. So that opportunity really fits well for us because we have such a large local team. And when that booking came in at 10 a.m., I just had to have one of our inspectors pivot and head over to that condo and make sure it was ready for them. So it's really
this year with the air travel the way it is and what they're saying with everything going on, you may get a real influx of people here in the next week who are deciding instead of going 4 states over, they're going to come to the lake for Thanksgiving. So I hope your people are ready because I think anything you can drive to with a reasonable amount of time is going to be pretty popular this year for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a very good point. We actually, like right now, especially with the nature of the economic position in the country, have found less advanced planning, even less advanced planning.
There's always a lot to do. You guys can, and that's cool. Let's tell everybody as we finish up here, the best way to get a hold of you. You obviously go in the LOZ app and look under vacation rentals. You can look under we have you all over the place in the app. You can find them. They can also go on Facebook and find you guys. And they can also go, what's the best website they can go to?
It's www.lakedays.rentals. So no.com. It's our name, is our domain, lakedays.rentals.
Well, listen, everybody, you need to make sure you get your trips planned. I love the idea of a 2-week out window, but that makes me nervous even thinking about it. So maybe we could even get you guys to plan a couple months in advance would be great. But if not, Pam can take you, if you call 2 days ahead of time and she's got a place open, she's going to find a way to get you in, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, thanks so much for joining us on this inaugural simulcast situation that we have going on with KRMS Radio and the LOZ app and the LOZ app podcast. We really appreciate you. And we will follow up with you here in a couple months when we get into the spring and all this madness starts all over again.
That sounds great. Thanks so much for having me on, Ken.
Thanks, Pam. Okay, guys, we'll be right back with another episode of the LOZ Podcast Network and the simulcast on KRMS right after these messages.